Now, my problem with the album.
Here we go.
Is that I'm not sure if there are any real long-lasting songs. It almost makes me feel like the last album. Mr. Morale, like, I get it. It had some joints that went here and there, but I don't think there was any joints that really lasted for years.
But let's just be real.
Yeah.
Album was rushed, number one. My best guess is that Apple Music is behind this album. Andre 3000.
Bro.
He dropped Moving Day. I said, if I get my hands on that damn flute, I'm smashing the hell out of that flute.
I've never been so tempted to disrespect a legend. I do want to say this. Future is the rapper of the year. I understand that Kendrick got the award from Apple. Yeah. I get it. It's a more sensational.
This is a setup,
bro.
We are being brainwashed.
Do you see what's going on?
Apple
Do you
Music,
see what's happening?
I don't like this.
And
yo. We are the Ill-Advised Wise Guys.
Check out the full podcast. Link below.
Yo. We are the Ill-Advised Wise Guys. Your boy Uchay. I'm a boy.
QD for Sheezy from RGM. Let's go.
Shout out to the gang. This is episode 177.
177.
As always, if you're new here, stay a while. And if you've been here before, stay even longer. My name is Uch. That's Q. We are the Ill-Advised Wise Guys, ready to bring you guys more topics and convos that the streets want to hear.
The streets or the streets?
The streets.
Because you know there's a difference.
That's why I said streets.
There's a difference.
The streets is the real. Like, that's like below the street.
I was gonna say Future's from the streets.
Future's from the streets.
Future's from the streets.
Nah, he's definitely from the streets.
Nah, his name is Streets. Streets. That's
Kodak?
OJ the Juice Man, and that's the streets.
Wait.
What's the dude?
Who? TK?
TK.
Is TK from the streets?
He's in jail. Young Nudi's from the streets. Young Nudie dropped a good album. By the way. That was a good album. I liked it.
Yeah, man. But
Slimier.
Anyway, man. Welcome back to the Ill-Advised Wise Guys, man. Y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, follow us on all the socials. All the links will be in the description, man. We got a big one on this episode to talk about. King Kong, aka Kendrick Lamar, just dropped.
King Kong.
Yeah, bro, he's the guy now.
Ain't nobody calling him King Kong. What the hell?
I just called him that randomly. I'm not saying that's
King
his moniker.
King Kunta or King Kendrick?
He might be King Kong of rap though. That's the thing.
KK.
Yeah. He just dropped, man. We gonna discuss that. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what time it is. But before we get into any other talk, before we do anything substantial, Q, talk to me, man.
Check out ratingsgamemusic.com, a.k.a. RGM.
Yeah.
In select cities. Review. So we got, there's a lot of music came out since our 3-week vacation suspension. We had a 3-week suspension. A lot of music came out.
They suspended us like Joel Embiid?
Yes.
Damn.
Ice Cube, Man Down. I felt really bad.
I need to listen to that. I actually need to listen to that.
I felt really bad for Ice Cube. Ice Cube hasn't dropped in so long, and Ice Cube's album was supposed to be like the highlight of the week, and Kendrick dropped a couple hours later. He was supposed to win LA, but yeah, Ice Cube dropped Man Down. Your boy Andre 3000,
bro.
He dropped Moving Day. It's still the flute. You know what I said on my review for that?
Oh man,
I said if I get my hands on that damn flute, I'm smashing the hell out of that flute. To a million pieces.
You know what though? Hey,
stupid ass.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
It's good though. I ain't gonna lie. It's actually kind of good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I've never been so tempted to disrespect a legend as much as I have since flute. Andre 3000 has been using them damn flutes.
Don't let me get my hands on that flute.
You know how many times I've almost tweeted some completely disrespectful, and I had to delete it before. Seriously. It's happened multiple times, bro.
I finally bit in and I just did it.
Yeah,
I want to smash that damn flute.
Yeah, you should.
Give me that flute.
I would throw that joint in the. We toss it in the ocean.
Toss it out the window.
The incinerator, bruh.
Hold it captive.
Putting that damn flute in the headlock, bro.
And one more, I want to highlight WizKid. WizKid dropped More-Io, I believe. More-Io. I thought it was
I think the real name is Io, right?
Oh, yeah, it is Io. Yeah. So he dropped. So check out RGM, Ratings Game Music. We were just referenced on BBC with the Kendrick. You know, Kendrick Lamar dropped an album. They referenced us.
Yes.
We were the only reference on there. BBC.
They not like us.
So, yeah,
they not like us.
They not like us.
Big
So
RGM.
check out RGM, ratingsgamemusic.com.
Yes, sir.
And we got news now, by the way.
We've always had news.
Well, we got more news.
There we go.
More news than your average.
All right. I like
And
that.
the news is, just to let you guys know, the news is written a lot by me. We got another writer too, Josie, who does a fantastic job. But I'm writing purposefully for now. I'm taking over, you know how they say, taking over the offensive duties in an NFL team. I'm taking over the news writing duties because I have a lot of opinions about the news that's going on.
There you go.
So if you see the news, there's a good chance I wrote it and I'm, being blunt. The way I'm blunt on this show is how I'm blunt on those writings. So check it out.
That's what the streets need. The streets need the news, bro.
Ill-advised.
Yeah, man. The streets need it.
I'm ill-advised.
Uh,
and not very factual.
Who cares about facts though? That's the
That's
thing.
true.
I mean, the
That's
facts are
facts.
actually overrated.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Actually, that's not true. Don't listen to that, kids. No, not true. We care about facts. We do.
But we like opinions more.
Very true. That's the problem with journalism these days.
Not enough opinions?
No, not enough facts.
biasness?
Not
Oh,
enough facts.
why
It's
would we
too many
talk about
opinions. It's like, nah, I'm kidding. Anyway, man, let's get to it. On to the other announcement, if you will. Zero skips, guys.
The mother
Nothing
playlist.
more needs to be said. It's the mother effing playlist. And as always, we've added new songs for you guys listening pleasure. Trust me, if I was more prepared, I would have told you guys the names of the songs. But that's why we have you. Just go down to the description and check out the playlist. I've only been saying it every single episode.
Yes.
It's so important that you guys check out the playlist, follow it, because that's also how we grow too.
You got to follow.
You got to follow the playlist,
like
right?
it or follow it.
That's the same thing, right? Like the playlist, follow it, share it with a friend. Once again, guys, I'm the selector, right? Like the back in the day, the DJs are the selectors. I really curate that playlist. So if you guys are really into indie music from artists you've never heard of that you probably should know of, courtesy of us, y'all make sure to tap in, man. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at what you hear. That's what I believe, man.
Courtesy is such a nice word.
It
by the
is.
way.
And as always, the playlist is in stores now, guys.
Stop
right in
it.
your pocket.
Stop.
Right there.
I'm
Right there.
begging.
Absolutely.
Is there a Black Friday deal
In stores.
with the damn playlist?
Maybe.
Stupid in stores. Comment.
Yeah, maybe. Online now.
Only for purchase at Target.
There you go. You can get a coupon code. I'll give you a little coupon code, guys.
Taking me off.
But no, let's get to it, man. On this episode, we're going to be talking about a lot, guys. We're going to be talking about Future and Metro Boomin's latest comments about, their rollout for the We Don't Trust You era of music that was such an important piece of hip-hop at the start of this year. It's what kicked off the beef to begin with. The reason why Drake is over here looking depressed for the last 6 months is because of that damn album.
Actually, that's not true. Based on
God.
what they said. Based on what they said, it's not true, which is just nonsense. Jeez.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about them comments, guys, because I know you guys have seen it. If you haven't, Future believes he should be top 3. He believes he should be big 3, in the big 3. He also was saying, hey, man, I don't know nothing about no beef. I ain't had nothing to do with that, guys. We're going to talk about whether you believe Future or whether he was just yapping or what. We'll get to that. We're going to deal with you, Future, respectfully. I go deal with you. Anyway, as well, we're going to be talking about the guy Cordae. I would call him DMV's own, but to be honest with you, I feel like he was raised in multiple areas.
Wasn't he in Baltimore?
I think it was DC,
Oh,
and then
DC?
I know he spent some time in Carolinas. I don't really know where he from. We gonna claim him though. We gonna claim him. So shout out to Cordae, man. He's a DMV native. He dropped a new album called The Crossroads. We're gonna discuss that and give you guys our opinion. We're gonna get to it, man, because has he established himself? Is he somebody that we should be putting more emphasis on in the game, man? We'll get to it. But first. You know how like DJ Khaled be like, that's not to be confused with King Carson's ad libs because he be doing that too. But no, guys, Kendrick Lamar.
It's way better than what's his name? Famous Dex ad-lib. Oh God, that you know that ad-lib he does. Oh God, no.
Yeah. So it's like famous Dex, bro. He needs help.
It's weird.
That guy needs
No,
help.
He needs help.
He be having that white crust.
Yeah, he does.
He be
He
having.
does.
I've never seen somebody with so much crust around their mouth just at all times. But anyway, Kendrick Lamar just dropped a new album, guys, called GNX. And if you're somebody like me, who's not from the West Coast or knew anything about the West Coast culture enough to know the importance of a GNX, I definitely did my Googles. Because when that album dropped, I was like, what the hell is a GNX?
I had no clue.
Immediately,
Still don't know.
I just told you, it's a car. Actually, I didn't say it. Now I'm telling you that. It's a car. It's an old school Buick back in the day. It's on Kendrick's album cover. It sets a specific tone, doesn't it?
Yes.
And let's get to it, though, man. The album dropped. It surprised us all, in my opinion, because I don't think there was any pre-announcement. Was there? Did I miss something?
The day of.
The day of, right?
Really, the pre-announcement.
Q, is this album amazing?
What?
Or does it suck? Like a lot of people online are saying. What you think, bro?
So,
Give me the real, too. Not the fake.
In tradition, I'm going to keep tradition, not answer your question.
I'm going to slap you
And
off camera.
I'll talk about how I got to the album. So I just randomly saw it, like you said. It just randomly came out like on Twitter or X. And, you know, they were, Kendrick dropped. I literally thought it was a best of album. Not a best of, but Untitled.
Okay.
You know, because Untitled, you know, had original songs. I literally thought, okay, maybe he just dropped, especially because I saw The Heart Part 6. I don't think Kendrick has had a single The Heart on any of his, you know, other
actual albums.
They're always like a part of like either, you know, a loose group of things that he released or like just a random
pre-album. It was something to get people hyped,
So I saw
really,
the
for the new album.
I was like, okay, maybe this is just a combination of just a whole bunch of songs. But then I was seeing quotes that were relevant to today. So I was like, oh, like some of these songs are new. And then it turns out that majority of them are new. Just doesn't feel like it's a part of the family of albums for him. It's almost like, you know, with Kanye West. Kanye West obviously has Graduation, this, that. Then he has 808s and Heartbreak, which is just kind of like, I don't count that in Kanye's album, you know, collection.
808s?
Yeah, I don't really count that as a Kanye album collection album. You know what I mean? So
You're on your own with that.
You know, that's kind of how I feel about this one.
Okay.
But I would say it sounded like Kendrick was swinging for the fences when it came to trying to make a hit. Like a good chunk of these songs on the album are high-powered. You know, what people would perceive as fun hooks. You know, fun, catchy hooks. Kendrick's bouncing off the walls. He's rapping with a whole bunch of people I don't know. I'm talking about these are stick-up kids.
Yo.
Kind of reminds me of something I said on an LL Cool J review. It sounded like he had AI rappers. Those were like people that were just AI guys. But, you know, it's just a weird album, man. It's just a weird album. Like, I don't even know how to put it in words. I want you to, maybe I'll find the words after you explain how you feel about the album. This is a weird album to me.
Well, I'll say this.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no. What you guys don't know?
I was going to say, I still don't believe it's a real.
We're going to get to that. Because I'm going to get to that after I give my thoughts. Because, you know, I battled, man, because I went back and forth. I'm still going back and forth on how I truly feel about the album, but I think I'm getting closer. I think I'm there. Basically, I'll say this. I'm at the point where I can conclude with speculation that the Drake-Kendrick battle altered the course of history for Kendrick Lamar. I'm there with it, guys.
Okay.
Now, why do I say this? Would I put my money on it that Kendrick knowingly before the battle said, I'm going to make a LA album? I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll go there. Or would I put my money on the fact that, not like us, the moment that it was, how it encapsulated culture, how he was able to capitalize on it, put his people on from LA, really get reestablished with his culture and his roots, and then just kind of double down on that on an ad-lib play. I'm more willing to take that bet. So my point is, I'm not sure if this is the album we probably would have got if he didn't battle Drake. That's just what I feel.
1,000%.
Now, with that being said, I like some of the music on the album. I do. You know, there's some joints. You know, Man at the Garden, I really, really love. I was listening to that on the way up here, bro.
Yeah, I like that song.
That song is powerful.
I'm going to change my top 5.
It's powerful.
I'm going to change my top 5 and probably put that in there.
Holy.
I actually really like
that is a
Man at the Garden.
powerful song.
Yeah.
The Heart Part 6, him,
Love Heart Part
bro,
6.
getting into the gratitude bag and just,
And he's
I
rapping over
love
a
that.
90s beat, man. That joint was fire.
bro, it's crazy. But like, you know, obviously what he did with SZA, him and SZA's chemistry is amazing, bro. It's amazing. They've done it for years. All of the stars go to the Black Panther soundtrack. You know, they continue to do it.
Yeah.
Now, my problem with the album
Here we go.
is that I'm not sure if there are any real long-lasting songs. It almost makes me feel like the last album. Mr. Morale, like, I get it. It had some joints that went here and there, but I don't think there was any joints that really lasted for years. That's kind of how this album makes me feel. I don't know if this is gonna last. And also, I'm not loving, because, and this is a biased take, like we all are, I'm not a huge fan of the LA sound, bro. Like, this just, is it me? He Peekaboo, I like what he was doing. I'm not blasting that. Nah. Hey Now, I'm not blasting that, me personally. The only one I can really get with was TV Off. I really actually like that song. I think it got potential. But yeah, man, it was a good album. Definitely not something I expected from Kendrick at all. Anyway, go. I want to hear your take.
Well,
though.
I was gonna say I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say, man. Like, first and foremost, like to piggyback off what you said about the album, I think there is, looking at this album, unequivocally, like non-arguable, about 4 songs are like non-arguably good to me.
Good or great?
Good.
Are there any great songs?
I don't think there's a great song on this album. I don't think there's a great song. I think about 4 are like not, like I wouldn't argue with you if you said, so I'm going to go down the line. Right?
Please give it to me. Yeah.
I really, really like what he's saying in Whacked Out Murals.
Love that. Actually,
Like
I forgot
what
about
he's
that. I forgot
saying.
about that song.
I like
yes.
what he's saying.
Me too.
But the song is okay to me. Okay.
Fair.
Right? Squabble Up, good energy. I don't think it's a good song. Great. I wouldn't. If somebody said they didn't like the song, I'll be like, okay, I get that.
You will understand it.
Luther, I didn't think it was executed right. Good vibes. I like
That
SZA.
song is missing something
I
to
like
me.
SZA. Kendrick was not. I just didn't really love what Kendrick brought to the Luther. Man at the Garden, I think is a very good song. That's one that will grow. That's one
I would consider that a great
You
song.
can say that's a great.
I would
that's
actually consider that a
good
great
to
song.
Great. Hey Now, I did not like. I thought that was forgettable.
Agreed.
Reincarnated was good, but I thought it could have been a little better.
For sure.
But I thought he rambled a little bit too much on it. Good song.
Not great, but yes.
TV Off, I think is good, but to me, it just kind of felt like he was trying to do a
Not Like Us
Part
rendition.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, my best guess is a Super Bowl. Since he will not be able to perform Not Like Us, he's going to perform that. You know, Dodger Blue, missing something.
I actually like that
It's
song.
a good song, but it's.
I actually really like that song.
I wouldn't. If somebody said they didn't really care for it, I'd be like, I get it.
Fair enough.
Peekaboo, gimmicky. It's okay. You know, all right, cool. Heart Part 6, good, unequivocally good.
Okay.
GNX, I don't even remember what that sounds like.
Me neither.
Gloria, great, good song, good to great song. So it's about 4 or 5 that I was like, yo, this is Kendrick Lamar we're talking about. So my theory is this, just to kind of close out. My theory is, let's just be real.
Yeah.
The album was rushed, number one. My best guess is that Apple Music, you know how they say Rockefeller is behind this. Apple Music is behind this
Rockefeller.
album.
You mean Rock Nation?
Rock Nation.
Rockefeller.
Rock Nation. Apple Music is behind this. Apple Music said, yo, Kendrick Lamar, we need you to drop an album with a bunch of hits that you can perform at the Super Bowl, right? We need it to drop in November because by January or February when the Super Bowl is played, people will memorize these songs. So when you get up there, they're gonna know all the words already because it's been out for 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have did it like in January, it probably wouldn't soaked in as long because he can't. He's in a pickle. The biggest song of the year, he can't perform. You cannot perform Not Like Us on that stage.
Now hold on.
Right?
Now hold on. I actually think he will. I just think it'll be a very altered version of that song.
Okay.
It might just be the hook.
It
might just be the hook.
They're
Yeah.
Not Like Us.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
Not
yeah.
Like Us. Okay, fine.
But he's not gonna be able to
But
really get into that
needed-
song.
And
Yeah.
he couldn't do his little conscious bag. He couldn't do his little profit bag,
No,
right?
can't.
So we need a album full of potential hits.
Fair.
And we'll just pick whichever one the fans like.
So let me ask you.
We'll pick.
Let
It's
me-
going to probably be TV off.
I was about to get to that.
You know what I'm saying?
So I was gonna ask you. So you told me how you feel about every song.
Mm-hmm.
You told me how you think the album's rushed, or it felt like it was rushed.
Mm-hmm.
But what you did not tell me is what you told me before, which is this album feels like a throwaway album.
Yes.
So I don't know if that's the same thing as the rush part. Like,
yeah, I think as a throwaway, I think, the whole idea, at least my definition of throwaway is you're trying to do an album to get out of a, label, right?
Okay.
Get off a label. Lil Uzi Vert did it with EA2 allegedly. I think he did this album because Apple Music told him to quickly do an album. This is not the album he wanted to do, but he was just like, all right, if I'm going to perform at the Super Bowl, I need material to perform at the Super Bowl.
yeah.
And it's going to take me 3 years to conjure up all types of conscious music.
But here's the thing.
Let's just throw out this stuff. And then I guarantee you he's going to say, yeah, that was just a little something, something. He's going to come out and
Look,
say it.
I think you're probably right. I wouldn't be mad if you're right. I mean,
Every one of his
yeah.
albums had a theme.
This one technically has a theme as well, if we're being honest.
What's the theme?
GNX. It's like the laid back. He gave you the glimpse of exactly what he was trying to do with the album. He told us in multiple songs. The Man at the Garden. He told us in the Reincarnated. He even referenced GNX in like multiple songs where he was saying, "I'm this that GNX. I'm feeling like I'm riding in the GNX." Like he tried something thematically. The problem is I don't believe this will stick. I just don't believe it.
The album?
Yeah, I don't think the album is gonna really do what a Kendrick album typically does.
Have we ever seen this before? Have we ever seen an artist drop an album, right? And essentially it's not really considered a part of their main catalog. The first person I can think of right now is Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z dropped that bizarre American what was it? Where he's
American Gangster.
American Gangster,
Yeah.
right? I don't really consider that a part of Jay-Z's catalog. It's just kind of weird, right? But it's an album, so people argue, "Oh, it was an album." To me,
That was a soundtrack.
it was a soundtrack, right?
Technically.
I think this is the soundtrack to the Super Bowl.
See, I don't
He
buy
dropped
that.
a
See, I don't buy
soundtrack to
that.
the Super
I don't
Bowl.
buy that.
That's
you know,
what this is.
You know why I don't buy
I
that?
wouldn't consider it
I
an
don't, I
album.
don't buy that. You and anybody else who's saying you don't feel like this should be in his catalog. To me, that sounds like cope. That's like somebody coping with the idea that this doesn't measure up to all the other stuff that he's put out. So you know what? Let's make excuses for why this album shouldn't be taken as seriously. No, I think this is a legit album. And even if he did have them contractual reasons why he maybe dropped it now or for the Super Bowl, bro, he capitalized on the LA energy that came with Not Like Us. And the reality is this: the Super Bowl, he's performing for 15 minutes. Bro, you know how much music he has that people want to hear?
But
That's not on this album.
We want something new.
We want something new. He's probably going to play one song off the new album, which is probably TV Off. And I don't want to hear nothing else on that damn stage. If I hear Reincarnated, I'm turning the damn TV off, bro. Bro, if I hear Hey Now, if I hear Peekaboo,
Do you know
bro,
how many people are going to be confused?
I'm going to get a drink. That's when I go to the
Peekaboo.
bathroom.
What? Next topic. You know what's interesting, by the way?
Yeah.
The features. So, I mean, you're right. If will SZA be at the Super Bowl? She probably will be at the Super Bowl.
SZA's a superstar. Of course she's
She
going to
gonna
be at the damn Super Bowl. You know she's going to be sitting next to Taylor Swift and them. Come on, man.
No. But next topic.
Yeah.
Cordae.
The boy Cordae.
Cordae. I don't even know why we're talking about this topic, to be honest with you. But
You don't wanna talk about Cordae?
I don't feel like talking about Cordae. But
Well,
Cordae
okay.
dropped an album. What is it called? I can't remember.
The
what it's
Crossroads.
called. The Crossroads. Okay. Cordae dropped an album called The Crossroads. Now, Cordae is somebody that we always talk about being like the next person up. Like when we talk about the next big three, which I don't think is ever going to happen, the next big three, Cordae we feel was supposed to be on that big three, but like his momentum kind of like goes in waves, right?
Yeah.
You know, and so I thought he dropped a pretty good first debut album. I thought it was pretty good. His second one, I don't remember much of it, but I don't think it did well. And this third one, it almost seemed like he had his back against the wall, and I thought he delivered a pretty damn good album that people aren't really talking about. But
by the way, the second album is called From a Bird's Eye View.
Mm-hmm.
The first album is called The Lost Boy.
That's The Lost Boy.
Yeah.
I thought The Lost Boy was pretty good. So, you know, with this new album, first off, what do you think about the album? And then secondly, do you think after all these years, after these 3 albums, that Cordae still has next?
That actually implies that I thought he had next.
Didn't you think he had next? No.
No.
You always complain about Cordae.
That's what I'm saying.
You
Like I've actually always been.
I thought you nitpicked, but like respectfully nitpicked.
Yeah, like I mean, it's because of the I think potential. Like you know, when somebody has so much potential, you kind of nitpick a little bit more, just because you're like, dog, if you just did this, you could be great. Yeah. With that being said, I thought the new album was good. I'll say that. The Crossroads is a good album. I think it's definitely better than his second album. That to me was a flop. I consider the second album From a Bird's Eye View a flop. This particular album, I thought it was just more. It was more digestible. His raps were a little bit more concise. He actually has songs that I felt I could take away with, like you know the joints, the Summer Drive with Anderson .Paak, 2 I thought really good features from Wayne, 2 songs with Wayne that I think really, really dope.
I like the Joey Badass.
Joey Badass, Something Syrup. Even songs that was, you know, by himself, like Mad as Fuck.
Yeah, that like that.
I
song.
like Mad as Fuck.
This reminds me of I'm Upset.
A little bit, yeah. But yo, one thing I like about Cordae though, I will say is, bro, he reminds me of Cole from the standpoint of he's always telling you about his come up. He's always telling you about his struggle to make it, his mom, his family, you know, whatever was going on in his household. He really tries to paint a picture. I thought he did that good on this album.
Very meaningful content.
06,
very meaningful content.
Dreaming, I thought he painted that picture very well.
Yep.
The joint where he took the Kanye West sample from Late Registration, Heard Him Say, you know, that he took the Heard Him Say joint, I thought was really dope. But anyway, concisely, this is a good album. Now, what I want to spin off to, because this is not really about Cordae per se. I do want to talk about what Cordae said leading up to the album. Okay. If we remember, he tweeted, I don't give a damn about numbers. You know, that shit ain't important.
Which he knew he was going to not do well.
Fair enough. But remember, you and I actually had a discussion, which is like, bro, like, now that sales are being looked at the way they're being looked at, how should people view a successful artist? What's the measurement? Right? Is it tours? Because my opinion is that if you notice, artists are bragging more about their tour sales than they are about their album sales. That's almost become the new measurement of success. So, I mean, with what Cordae said, like, how do you feel we should even measure a Cordae in 2024? Like, what's the measure? Is it the sales? Is it how he's impacting the like? What is it in your opinion?
Well, for me, it varies. I mean, that's the thing that I don't really care about when it comes to the music industry. Yeah, is everybody tries to make it seem like, you know, it's their way or the highway with how things should be measured. But it varies. It depends on the person. It's person to person. For me, what I look at, Spotify numbers.
Okay.
What is your Spotify numbers? Like, that usually indicates, like, for instance, The Weeknd's like 120. Of course, The Weeknd's one of the biggest artists. Drake is 100 and something. Right. The biggest artist, right?
Right.
And then you'll look at, let's say, a Fabio Foreign might be like 4 million. And I'm like, okay, yeah, that's kind of where I would place them.
Okay.
So I typically look at the Spotify numbers.
Monthly listeners, you're saying?
Monthly listeners, yeah.
Okay.
Tour sale, tour doesn't really do much for me. I mean, at the end of the day, I can just look on a Groupon right now and just be like, who's having a concert in D.C.? Oh, Russ is having a concert in D.C.? Okay, I'll go. I don't really care, but it's $15. It's $20. Like, if somebody took the time to come to your city, you will find enough people to fill out that hall if you are at least decent enough, at least known. But it doesn't indicate that people actually, it doesn't fully, to me, indicate that the person cares about you. Now, when you're talking arena tours, that's like, okay, yeah, you're on another level, and you're highlighting with a whole bunch of different people. Okay, cool. Then I think the interesting thing about Cordae, which I'm going to be honest with you, I don't love, is how many people I know, right? A lot of people measure how many people they know as a way to see how popular they are. And I think one of the issues Cordae, I personally don't love about Cordae, since he came out, I'm going to put Meek Mill on my album. I'm going to put Anderson .Paak on my album twice. I'm going to have Kanye on there.
Lil Wayne
J.
twice.
Cole. I'm going to be shown up here. I'm going to go to First Take. I'm going to go do this and
He was
do
on First
that.
Take?
He was on First Take.
Damn, I ain't even know.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to put this person on there. I'm popular
Right.
amongst my peers. And I don't think that is an indication of how popular you are of an artist, right? And I think he did that a lot, and he's done this on this album. He got mega stars on his album.
I like that point.
Kanye, J. Cole produced like 2 songs, but that doesn't indicate anything anymore. I think,
Interesting.
like I said, I go by Spotify numbers. And real quick, before we go back to you,
sure.
I think one of the things also about Cordae particularly, as relatable as he comes across, he just doesn't connect to me. He's just not connecting. He's almost there, but he's just not connecting. I think people can't get past, number one, his lisp. He has a lisp. That's just detrimental. It sucks because he's a great rapper, but he has a lisp, right? And then he just doesn't come across as, somebody that you look at and say, like, this is a star. He just kind of comes across like just the way that he dresses, just his style just looks kind of like normal, right? So, I mean, I don't know.
I get you. I mean, look, for me, I disagree on the point about the tour. I do think going on a tour is the new flex, and the reason I say that is because
you said tour. I meant to say I want to correct something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I meant concert. Like if you're doing concerts,
sure,
that's cool. Like you can do concerts, but if you're doing
talking about one-off little shows,
if you're doing American tours,
I'm 100% talking about a tour, and also specifically the size of the venues that you do play in. Right, is the difference between selling out a 200-person hall and a theater that seats 3,000 to 5,000 people versus an arena that seats 15,000. That's a major difference in those 3 tiers. Sure. So if somebody like Cordae is doing theaters, I am putting respect on his name because that's hard to do. It's almost like the reason why people say music is being devalued because people aren't listening, first and foremost. But then secondly, they always say, yo, artists need to create products because products outlast you. To me, I look at a tour as like something kind of tangible that people have to go out of their way to actually achieve. You see what I'm saying? So that is a flex. Not saying that this guy is selling out arenas and anything like that, but I do think that is something that artists should actually be flexing as opposed to freaking Spotify numbers, bro. That shit can be altered and faked.
I love Spotify.
How many times have we talked about bots?
I agree.
We can't really.
But I just told you
the
tours, like to me, like let's say, I'm going out of town and I'm like things to do in Detroit.
Okay.
And I look and say, oh, Ticketmaster says this person's having a tour. Let's just go. Like it doesn't necessarily mean, in my opinion. Of course, it means they're popular if they can sell it out.
But of course, there's going to be casual that
I will go to a U2 concert.
But you're describing the a person who would go to a concert, which is a casual.
Sometimes it's casual,
something convenient.
Yeah.
But like, come on, if you're on tour, you got a core audience that is. I'm sure the bulk of the people there,
of course,
are people who came to see Cordae.
I agree.
They went out of their way.
Let's make that.
You're
clear.
giving like edge cases.
I agree with
in
that.
my opinion.
Yeah, but I agree 100%. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of times it's just people like, yo, they're in our town. I want to go see them.
Fair enough. I don't know, man. What do you guys think about Cordae, man? Has he arrived? I thought you made some really good points on the popularity, because I felt that same way about Chance the Rapper. Chance the Rapper was coronated before he did anything in the industry. cosign after
I
cosign,
don't
them telling us
love-
he was
yeah.
the next one. But it's like, has Cordae and Chance truly proved those cosigns right?
I don't.
You know what I'm
love
saying? Well, you
cosigns
guys
and
let us
hip-hop
know,
industry.
man.
I don't love that. I don't love that.
You let us know in the comments, man.
Somebody says they're gonna come out, and then you just hear all the people that's gonna be on their album.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you know what's his name's coming out with an album? Gunna. Gunna's gonna be on the album. Lil Baby's gonna be on. I'm like, nah, just come out with. Just say you're gonna come out with an album, and you know we'll see when you come out who's gonna be on there. But like, I don't know.
You guys let us know, man. Has Cordae arrived? Hey, don't let me and him be the judge. Like, listen, they may think Cordae is the guy. I mean, shoot, it's possible.
Here's the thing: Cordae has arrived. Cordae is big. The fact that we're even talking about him makes it that he's big. But I just believe he can be bigger.
Oh, I think too.
Like, you know, and
I agree, man. But you guys let us know, like I said, for the third time. Let's
but I
move
don't
on
think
to
it's
the.
his fault though.
Let's move on to the next topic,
Sorry,
though, man.
man. Go ahead.
We got one more for you guys.
Was it Future in them, right?
Next topic. Future thinks he's
Let's pull up
a
RGM.
big three
Let's pull up.
candidate.
Let's pull up Big RGM to get the quotes on this as you introduce it.
I want to. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad you're doing that because I want to say this, man. Because first and foremost, Future and Metro Boomin, they were recently named, I believe, GQ Men of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Artist of the Year or Man of the Year? Something like that.
Man of the Year.
Man of the
It's multiple man of the
Okay,
Year. you
cool.
know.
Anyway, they were on the cover of GQ and they talked about some other things. I personally didn't read the full article just because the quotes that I saw from Future floating on Twitter were so blasphemous to me that I said, hey, man, nothing else matters from what the hell. They could have been talking about how to save America. I don't care. Okay, Future? You said some things that need to be discussed. So, hey, do you got the quotes?
I do.
All right. So, do you mind quoting what Future said directly?
So, okay, there's two that
Okay.
Future said. So, Future on his beef with Drake, he said there was a beef. I didn't even know there was a beef. I didn't even know they had nothing going on. I ain't never participated in rap battles, man. I said that on the show. Like, Future doesn't seem like a dude that beefs with people. So I was like, he'll patch up his thing with Drake. But, you know, that's cap. I mean, come on, you don't know that. I can't stand when people say I can't.
It's ridiculous.
It's worse than when NFL players say, "Hey, you're about to go play Kansas City Chiefs," and it's in this game.
It's just
Is it
another
a big
game.
game? It's just another game to me. It's just another game to me. Ain't no damn another game. Come on, man, stop being dumb. And then this is what he said about Kendrick Lamar, which was just baffling. Not baffling is not the word.
Yeah.
Preposterous? No, what's the word? Not preposterous.
Outrageous, egregious.
Not even egregious. It's when
How
it's
many
like
more words?
puzzling. Not you know the word I want to use.
I was perplexed.
No,
It was
Word-
perplexing?
I'm trying to say, yeah, I guess perplexing, confusing.
It had you pondering.
No, pondering is not there. He said, he said Big 3 on my song. I'm supposed to be the one who gets mad. I'm still confused about that.
Hey, yo.
That was so
Hey,
effed up
look.
about the ish to the point where I'm so player that I ain't even said anything in public about how I feel about it. Like, why is everybody mad when he was talking about me on my song? So, okay. So y'all just forgot about me? I ain't part of the Big 3? I'm nobody on my song, man? If I didn't get mad, nobody should have gotten mad.
Bruh.
If I would have been really mad about it and I made something out of it, you know, blah, blah, blah.
All right. So a few things. First of all, thank you for reading that.
Yes.
Thank you for reading that
I
nonsense.
almost stopped.
That was absolute
I almost
nonsense.
stopped multiple times. I mean,
Yo, a few things. Number one, I do want to say this. Future is the rapper of the year. I understand that Kendrick got the award from
by
Apple.
Yeah.
I get it. It's
damn,
a more
I just realized
sensational.
that this is a setup.
Bro,
We are being
do
brainwashed.
you see what's going on?
Apple
Do you see what's
Music,
happening?
I don't like this.
And then Rock Nation is backed. There, it's
Whoa,
you know everybody blame Rock
we are
Nation for
being
everything and Jay-Z. Just blame Jay-Z.
brainwashed.
Listen, I think
Wow.
that Future 100% is the rapper / whatever you want to call it, of 2024. He dropped We Don't Trust You. He dropped We Still Don't Trust You. And then he dropped Mixtape Pluto. All three were #1 albums. All three sold over 200-something K for those of you guys who care about numbers. Future was him this year. We need to stop this cap. It wasn't my boy Kendrick. It wasn't him, guys. But let's put that to the side. Future, we all know when people talk about the big three, we're talking about rappity rap dudes, people who get respect as lyricists.
Lyrical miracle.
Now, look, this is a discussion for another maybe podcast. We talked about why possibly Kanye needs to be more high on people's all-time rappers list. We can have that discussion for another day, but I do think part of why people would make that argument means that other things matter more so than the lyrical, spiritual stuff. And that's why a Future should be in the top rappers contention. Yeah. However, with all that being said, top three, you know who we talking about. Even Cole, when he was talking about big three and the big is the Super Bowl song with Drake, we all know it's Drake, Kendrick, and Cole. There's no debate. Yeah. If there was a big four, though, would Future be number 4? Probably. But I thought it was ridiculous, man. Like, and it makes me feel like these guys orchestrated this entire thing and are now spitting in our face and telling us it's raining and playing dumb. Who do these guys think we are? Respectfully. Are we missing something? Could he be telling the truth?
The beef, listen.
Could Future be dead ass?
Listen.
No, I'm serious. It could Future
can't be.
Is it possible?
It can't be. Listen.
I hate this part of music.
I was gonna say
this is the type of stuff I hate. Stand on it.
I'm here to say this. This is, here's my analogies that I like to do on this show, which I think are very, very, very good analogies. One of the things that I hated was Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan coming back to play for the Wizards. I think most people hated that, if you polled it. But one of the main reasons I hated that, because Michael Jordan could have ended his career with that game-winning shot against Utah. Ooh. That would have been the last image you saw of Michael Jordan playing basketball.
And what an image that was.
Oh, my God.
They should make a statue out of that shot.
Would have been him making that shot to complete his career.
Has anybody heard from Brian Russell since?
Exactly, right? He actually played for the Wizards with Jordan. But
he did.
Anyway, I say that to say this. This legendary beef, which I think we can go ahead and say, this was the greatest hip-hop beef ever. We can go ahead and say.
Is that even a
Kendrick
debate at this
versus
point?
Drake is the best beef ever.
I
don't want to hear
undisputed.
NWA versus Ice Cube.
Undisputed.
Nas versus Jay was great. This was the greatest beef ever, right?
100%.
And I think at a certain point it needed to be put to bed. And I think most people involved, like Drake, Drake's going to be better and he's going to feel how he feels. Drake said round 2, blah, 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 blah. Kendrick Lamar, he's throwing little shots here and there. But for the most part, they trying to put it to bed, move on. I don't want to hear Monday morning quarterback anymore about this beef. I don't care about like that anymore. It's over. I don't care. He said big three. We've argued about big three. Nobody's going to come to a consensus whether it's Future's in the big three. Oh, but technically SZA's in the big three. But technically, I don't care. They clearly said Kendrick thinks he's in the big three. This is Kendrick who thinks he's in the big three. He didn't say who you think your big three is. He said, I'm referencing in the song Cole and Drake, first-person shooters, who they said on that song, our big three is Drake, Cole, and Kendrick. That's their big three. And that's my big three, too, right?
That's most people. That's
so
damn near everybody's big three.
If you go somebody else, my barber probably thinks the big three is 21 Savage. Killer Mike is probably, I don't know, and I don't care. This beef needs to be put to bed. I do not want to hear any more Monday morning quarterback about. It's starting to get corny.
Look,
Drake is starting to look like the cool guy every day. I'm gaining more and more respect for Drake with these weird ass comments that are coming out. I mean, I thought Metro Boomin, I want to talk about what Metro Boomin said, which I thought was
there was
pretty
something
good.
he said that I really liked. It was the part about the tweet.
Exactly. He said I was doing too much.
I like that.
Essentially,
I actually like
said
that.
he was doing too much. I like
that's the keeping it standing
Yes.
on it. At least be real.
Yeah, he being real.
I like
and he
that.
said he said it's a personal issue. It's not about a girl, right? I said that. Which, by the way, this is the same article where Future said there's a beef. And then Metro Boomin said, "Yeah, I did diss him, and we did have issues." So,
and they
it's
did
all
they did a joint album.
Article.
They did multiple joint
album.
albums, joint
And
articles. So what are we talking about?
I thought it was pretty interesting too. He made the comment about whatever. I'm not going to read the comment, but he said,
Sure.
"We still don't trust you, and we don't trust you." Weren't about Drake. To your point, I have ears. You put A$AP Rocky on the album, and he was talking about Drake on the album. Everybody that was on that album was beefing with Drake. The Weeknd made comments about it. Can we stop? That's what I said this Monday morning quarterback about this beef. Let's just let's acknowledge what happened and move on. Please.
I think
it's getting corny.
You know what though?
No more.
Unfortunately,
Drake has
look, hold on, real quick.
Drake has stood 10 toes down this whole time. Has never backtracked nothing.
Well, look,
He's just stood 10 toes down.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Just stop with what's going on.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Before the beef, and I'm not gonna go too deep into this, but before the beef, one of the biggest credits that other people, I know you, kind of was giving Drake a lot of credit and just, I don't want to say an advantage, but it's like, hey, he kind of earned his stripes because when Drake gets in a dispute, at least he gonna keep it a buck and be like, I don't like this person, or he's not gonna posture. Look at what he did to DeMar DeRozan. Like, if he got a problem with somebody, he's still shooting at them
until
they resolve it. Until they resolve it, it's all smoke. And I think that's the most, in my personal opinion, I think that's the healthiest way to resolve a dispute. Yeah. Let's not posture and act like, there's no issue when everybody knows there is. Because I think that this beef will not die until the people that were involved from an ancillary standpoint, meaning the features who were part of this, the main people who was in this, until they acknowledge that they did this on purpose, this beef ain't going nowhere. It's going to remain in the ecosystem. People going to keep talking about it. We ain't going to be able to move on from this because they ain't moved on. They can't even keep it real and be like they dissed them on purpose.
I know.
We can't move on from this.
It's like
it's going to keep making news. They're going to keep talking about it. Everybody's going to report on it. They not keeping it real. And on Kendrick's new album, Kendrick said, I ain't squashing nothing. I forget. I think it was the whacked up murals. One of them songs he said, I don't piece it up. Like that ain't what I do.
I don't see it.
He not piecing nothing up.
Which is crazy.
Him and Drake is going down as enemies to the end, bro. It is what it is.
That's crazy. Which I didn't see coming. But
hey, man,
Kendrick might have beef with Lil Wayne now. I mean,
God. And Snoop Dogg.
Lil Wayne don't care. No, Snoop Dogg squashed it quick. But Young Money versus. Like I said, I can't wait to hear all the Actually, by the way, Drake is about to have a interview. I think the first one,
the live streaming with XQC.
The live stream, is that
today?
I think it's tomorrow.
All right, let's not date the podcast,
exactly. But yeah, so we'll see where things stand.
Is that an interview though? I think he's just with a stream. It's with XQC, the streamer. He's not an interview.
He's not an interview. He's
just on stream.
He's gonna clearly ask him questions. I mean, come on. I mean, you talking to Drake, and you don't ask him about any of this stuff. You're not doing your job.
Listen, all I want to know is why he keep making the duck lips. Is he gonna ask him that question?
He keep making the
why
duck
he keep
lips.
doing that in the pictures,
That's
bro?
true.
Like,
he cut his hair too, man. That's
did.
I respect it.
Anyway, man, let's. I think we reached the end.
Here we go.
What a way to end. What do you guys think though, man? Was Future tripping? Are we ever gonna move past the beef? Y'all let us know in the comments. And with that, we reached the end of the episode. Q.
Yes, sir.
I think that was a good one.
Yes, sir. I was too angry today. I was just too angry
hey, man,
today. I apologize.
Go do some woosahs, man.
I apologize.
On the way out, y'all make sure to hit that subscribe button like I said before. Share this with a friend. We appreciate y'all. for rocking with us. If you rock with us, man. And as always, if you're giving advice, just make sure that thing is ill.
Yes, sir. Cooper Flag is coming soon.
Bow.